When Margaret Thatcher made that rule up in Parliament in the 80s, it was her, that said, women will be like prioritised if they are pregnant, expecting to have, they will be prioritised, a priority above loads of other people that been waiting longer to get housed. And that's from the 80s. That's been going for like 2-3 decades now. And I feel to this day, it's had a significant effect on young women, girls being reckless enough. I know it takes two, but ultimately you lot decide. And I feel like worst case scenario, even though you effed up, I'll get a house. And back in the day, you get a house off like quick. Even though it's longer now, you got sheltered accommodation for maybe a year now, but still ultimately you're getting a yard. My son's mum got a yard within 6 months, and she had a 2-bedroom upstairs, downstairs.
Some of them were getting like 4 bedrooms.
My friend's cousin's got 6 children. My friend's cousin's got 6 children. She got a 5-bedroom house, and she never worked. She's 36. She's never worked. Since she's been a mum, she's never worked. She worked prior to, but since she's been a mum, but she had her first child at 16, and she got 6 children.
Where she didn't work.
So my point being,
she was for like 2 minutes.
Where was the discouragement? Because you got a 5-bedroom house. Like, it's mad. And man are going back to their mum's house when they break up. When man break up with their girl or their child's mum, they go back to their mum's house. They might be on their bedroom sofa. Like, it's mad. Like, it isn't teaching young people to be responsible when, like, and don't get me twisted. Like I said, I'm not one side of about equality. There's dudes that are like serial like house hoggers. Like, they go from their mum's yard to their baby mum's yard, break up baby mums, go back to mum's yard, get a new baby mum,
whoever puts them up.
And they have only ever lived under a woman's home, under a woman's skirt.
They've got a name for them.
But there are men that literally have got girls pregnant. I've had a friend told me, my landlord's putting up my rent, it's long. I'm just gonna wait till she gets a house. That means he already decided he's gonna make sure she gets pregnant.
Homosexual, sorry.
Is that what?
We know them as hobos, but they call them as homosexuals. That those are the ones that every time they get with a woman, they move in with her.
Like, why ain't they got their own yard now? Why are you?
Because they don't.
Why are you planning on getting a girl pregnant just to accommodate you in her home?
Or not even getting her pregnant, but just getting far enough or getting her caught up enough in a relationship mindset that she allows you into her home. So she's got a place. It's like, let me. But then if we break up, you kind of got one over there.
I'm never moving in with a woman anymore.
I think it's really interesting because if the game's set up a certain way and women can put themselves in a better situation for themselves, then I won't say why not, like, go for it, but at the same time, if you can, do it. If you're intentionally trying to put yourself in a position to where it betters you or is in benefit of you, then, is it reckless? Is it smart? Or
stupid?
Do you know what? I think there's a difference.
But everything's about manipulation.
Because everyone.
Yeah, but with intention, it doesn't have to be devious. But when you're doing something that's considered dirty to someone because it's
deviousness, okay.
To benefit you alone, and it's selfish.
If we're talking about deviousness, but you know what? This is nice.
He's smiling as well.
If
we're talking deviousness,
what has the women done this time?
If we're not, it ain't about that. It's about. It's nasty. Society is nasty. Like, as I've said, you can't have organised crime without law and order. Which, if that is it in the grand scheme, people are figuring out ways to kind of like get themselves in better position. And if the system is rigged in a way for you to try and, it's that. But if you're saying that if a guy or a woman is intentionally putting herself in situations that is like a foul and dirty and crassy
and screwing people over,
that's
if you're not being devious, you can always tell the truth. From when you're lying, you're doing wrong because you wouldn't lie for once. Why do you need to lie?
People are taught to lie.
Yeah, but also as an adult,
it doesn't make it right.
You made a premeditated decision to screw someone over.
The thing is, do you know what I think, right? For example, if you've got a woman, she's got a place, whatever, you used to get together, and things are genuinely seem like they're working out, and I don't know, for whatever reason, he's not in his place, and they are at that stage of feeling like they've moved up a level. There are certain times you think it's better to test the relationship, see how the living arrangements work, because then they might then choose to go on and buy a yard together.
See what? That's why I always say to me, it is reckless to marry someone before you live with them.
Right.
I don't care how long you've been together for. I don't care how long you've been like 10 years
living together.
If you was either both of you at your parents' house or one of you had a yard and you would sleep round, it's still in the sense when you have to commit to budgeting, bills, being responsible with your money, with your decisions.
Within the same household.
That's when you see if you can even love someone. You think you love someone when they sleep over, you can miss them for a week. When you see their hot breath every morning, listen, I love my kids and their breath stank in the mornings. Even though I supervise them brushing their teeth and that, I don't know why they both have the dodgiest morning breath. Like, it's mad. But imagine you don't even know that about your gal because she gets up early and does a little routine.
I think you're absolutely right. But at the same time, not even that can cover all angles to where you get it right.
Exactly.
Because you have to, it's a case of where situations change and
people
depending on
situations.
Right, like depending on the situations that you find yourself in, depends on what you'll see from a person.
The thing is, you have to
people are great at hiding.
Yeah, but that's what you said about where you're being devious. If you're lying in front of you, hiding is the same. You can't hide something without lying usually.
But you know what though? At the same time, I wouldn't say I'm disagreeing with what you're saying, but when you see the problem is you see when people say hiding, and you got a difference between privacy and secrecy.
Yeah, the thing
and
is
sometimes
you're not obligated to reveal.
Right, but
it's the same when people say, I didn't lie, I omitted, I just didn't tell you.
Right, but the point is, what someone might see as a hiding, someone else might just thought, I wasn't hiding, I just didn't say it. But if you asked me, I would have said. But if the question isn't asked, you don't get the answer.
I agree with all of that, but again, with the devious thing, but if it's some dirt, it's something bad, there you go, because you're trying to save yourself. So why you lie? To save yourself from the repercussions of what you've done wrong.
Right, so that's different, but if we go back to the whole just living with, if you've got a guy, I don't know, just say for example, he is at his parents', I don't know, it could have been after a breakup, we don't know, either way, you've met him, he's at his parents', you sort of down the line, get to that point where, do you know what, he wants to move out, he hasn't got the funds, like you said, to do these extortionate prices, but he's working.
Or maybe he doesn't have the funds.
Or maybe he just doesn't want to do it, Or if he's going to spend the money, he'd rather move out of London, for example. But where you live, it's practical for him to get to work, it's practical for him to move around, and hold on, he's now thinking, do you know what, I can help you, you can help me, I can move in, we can test the waters, see how this works out for us. In the meantime, I can chip in, which helps you with the
that definitely sounds like people that have had the conversation and discussed it and planned it in advance.
But what I'm saying is, you have those type of people, now that is different. Regardless of how she's got her place, that's different. Then you've got, as we call the homosexuals, who do the whole, hey, I've got a good thing over here, he's not even thinking about